And there we go. Getting into it. We have almost everybody ready. The enemies currently have not the correct team picked from what I can see.
No. Oh, they're going into game with the wrong team.
Interesting. It could just be a bug on our part, but we will see, because they are meant to be having a Butcher Illidan, to remind you of the draft, a Butcher Illidan Lost Vikings Sylvanas Brightwing is meant to be on Team Forehead. And Big Boi Tingz is going to be Leoric, Falstad, Chen, ETC, and the Nova. So, do you mind terribly if I do the shot call in this game?
No, go for it.
Excellent, and then you can jump in the next game or the next one we cast.
Yeah.
Get that sorted out. So, a confident draft here from Big Boys against the zero tank draft of Forehead.
So, I'm not quite sure how I would match that up.
I mean, it's going to be an entertaining match to watch.
Okay.
Definitely think it's going to be very entertaining. Okay, so going on here, we have on the blue team. Yeah, we definitely have a different draft going on over there. So
yeah,
interesting. I think I think every team is fine with this though. And we actually have different heroes over here. Did we view the right draft?
We did view the right draft. That's the one we talked about.
Well, we have no Nova. We actually have legitimate drafts here, so please forgive all of this. I think they had a different draft to what we had, which is why everyone was just constantly timing out. And in that regard, we're going to have, on the left here, Team Big Boi Tingz in blue. Oh, no, sorry. Team Big Boi Tingz are going to be in red. We're going to have Lano Ducray on the Malfurion. Shaw is going to be playing a Reyna. Miagas is going to be on that Kel'Thas. Johanna in mid lane, played by Skiba. And Siege or CJ on that Arthas in top lane. If you'd like to introduce Forehead.
So, Forehead over in blue. We are going to see Caster knocking on the Skeleton King's door. He's going to be playing with the Auric. We have, let me just find them, I do apologise, Phenom in mid currently with Illidan. There's quite a few of them in mid. So we're going to have a nice fight there. Lunan is rocking the Uther, lumberjacking it up. We have Noisen on Vala. A nice Witch Hunter skin going over there. And down in the bot lane, on the Muradin, we have Konus, who's going to tank it up.
So, after all those confusion with the draft, I actually forgot to get Ali's new UI for the Rexar patch, which obviously came out last night. So I cannot see the talents easily, but I will show them for you now. Potential multi-shot build coming out of Vala, less popular these days for a Hungering Arrow, even a right-click build. And everything else seems pretty standard these days.
Pretty much what you expect at level 1, yeah. Kale going for the Mana Addicts rather than the stacking, though. We're pick and choose between players there, though. Interesting, we do have a Kale straight after his nerf. Do you reckon we'll see a Flame Strike build, or carry on with the living chain bombs?
I would imagine potentially the Flamethrower Flame Strike build. Then it will still do good damage. And let's not forget that Kel'Thas does do a lot of burst damage. It's just he can no longer do the absurd amounts that he was doing in the past.
Especially being here on Cursed Hollow rather than Garden of Terror. We've got a lot more team fight going on, so the AoE is going to be pretty good to have.
Yeah, we definitely had a wrong draft going on there. It was very, very confusing. Lunan going to get caught up by the on the Uther here. Johanna's slowing him down, but the Muradin's going to come in and support him. Just scare the team of Big Boi Tingz away. Keeping the Uther safe.
Forehead pulling on a very slight lead there in the levels from the constant roams coming off.
Yeah, plus the fact that they do have a kill under their belt.
They do.
Which was on the Reyna, who in fact died bottom lane. So Phenom the Illidan's just channeling the tributes. He's not going to be able to get all of that. Costa doing a good job with his positioning, just keeping everybody keeping everybody back, and in fact the Kael'thas is going to get jumped on and killed quite handily there. Venom on that Illidan, able to do what he needs to. Meanwhile, the Oryx is going to get rooted. Luckily, no ammo on that bottom tower for him, so no extra damage coming out there. And eventually, this first tribute is going to be picked up by Team Forehead. Lando Craig dropping very low. CJ also dropping quite low on that Arthas. As these Siege Giants push in and put pressure on this first fort.
Yeah, so a little bit of a scrap there after the first tribute, and Big Boi Tingz spread out much quicker than Forehead have, so they might be able to make this experience back up while Kale's down in the bot lane on his own. But Vala is going to move down there pretty quick.
I mean, they're no longer the full kind of just over half a level behind anymore. They are about a quarter of a level behind it, if that. Considering the experience on the bottom, it still needs to be picked up. Saying that, Forehead do have the full wall in top lane already taken down in their favour.
Yeah.
Now, showing you the talents briefly, we have Netherwind coming out the Kael'thas with Fission Bomb. Quite predictable. I mean, Netherwind has seen a lot of favour quite recently. Hardcamp getting picked up the Big Boi Tingz here. And a Tribute spawning bottom. Quite in favour, position-wise, for Big Boi Tingz, so hopefully they'll be able to garner some sort of advantage back during this tribute. And in fact, we're going to have Arthur stunned out here. Siege getting caught out. He's just going to activate his Howling Wind. The AoE around him is not going to do enough to pick anybody up, and he's going to get kick dropped very quickly. Johanna falling very low, going to get body blocked by the team of Forehead. Fantastic play by them, great positioning, and Forehead are going to pick up 2 kills and take another tribute for themselves.
Yeah, Noisen was gone.
Oh no, you go.
Noisen was just sitting at the back of that fight. Nobody was even threatening his position, and he was quite happy just putting those auto attacks into the team fight there. So if that carries on there, that might be the weakness for Big Boi Tingz if that Vala gets a rocking in there.
She is going for a multi-shot build that has gone with Searing Attacks at level 7. Quite reminiscent of old Vala days.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting there.
She's still able to put out a lot of right-click damage with those Searing Attacks, but still has the wave clear and the good AoE cover damage of that multi-shot build.
Amusingly, for anyone who's playing Season 4, probably the build a Demon Hunter is going in Season 4 Diablo right now. Multi-shot all the way.
Landlord of Crown and Malfurion, he's picked up a Loon's Grace along with Enduring Growth. Typical talents to see these days. Malfurion definitely favouring a Loon's Grace over the others for that tier. And the Reyna...
And Forehead have just got their Heroics, which is interesting. Oh, no, there goes Big Boi Tingz Heroics as well. So, no surprising pickups in the Heroics. Pretty much what you'd expect.
Yeah, like you say, everything you'd expect. And in fact, Forehead have started Big Boi Tingz boss as they get a curse. So
definitely going to be strong push on.
Yeah, potentially a very strong push. However, I'm a strong advocate of not taking the boss during the curse, because you're just wasting time that you have the curse where you could be pushing. Yeah. Yes, the other team are having to defend, but what I much prefer to do is when there's about 20 seconds left on a curse, that's when you start the boss. Because that's when the opposing team are recovering, and they've just about got the push under control, and then suddenly there's a boss there, and you can, as they're defending that boss, go and take the other boss. In the meantime, they don't have that distraction to go take the other boss. They have the curse up as a distraction, and are diving very hard on Skeeter here. In the mid lane, Johanna is going to get caught out and body blocked, completely sandwiched between the 3 of them. And going to get picked up and killed here. Siege not in a great position either. No assistance from the fort or the towers to do any damage to the opposing team. Forehead picking up another 2 kills in mid lane. And the curse is just about to break, but luckily the gate is down so they can retreat readily if needed.
So pretty strong pickup with the boss taking the top along with those siege mercs that we have. Still actually rocking that top. They're probably going to pick up the fort and picked up the gate on the second tier there. Mid lane, they obviously picked up the keep there, the gate, and bot lane they managed to get a couple of the towers and the gate down as well. So definitely a good pickup there for Forehead. They're now moving towards their boss, so that'll be interesting to see how they follow this up.
They'll probably happily take that and either let it push itself to take the bottom fort whilst they push another lane, or they'll more likely push with it and get some good damage done. But in fact, they're not pushing with it. They
seem to be bloodthirsty, these guys.
Yeah, they're positioning themselves very aggressively. And we're going to have the Illidan jumping in really, really aggressively. Skiba again getting caught out, getting body blocked around, and going to end up dying. That Johanna, one of the tankiest heroes in the game, already with 3 deaths out of the 7.
Getting picked apart.
Yeah.
And that's just leaving Forehead free to take another Merc camp. They're going to pick up those bruisers while their boss pushes bottom, so it needs 3 of the guys from Big Boys to go and deal with that boss. Things are not looking good for them, and we're only 9 minutes into this game.
Yeah. Big Boi Tingz potentially looking at I wouldn't say an upset, since we don't know much about Forehead, but having members of 2 of the finalist teams from the I-55 series, you'd expect Big Boi Tingz to be doing a little better than they currently are. Being a talent point and a full level behind their opponents. I know the numbers are 2, but the experience is pretty close to doing that.
Yeah.
Almost 2 levels, though.
So is the UK just not on par with perhaps Europe if Forehead are from the rest of Europe?
Yeah, maybe not, maybe not. Again, I do think it is the one of the first times that some of these members for Team Big Boi Tingz have played with each other. That sounded wrong, but have played Heroes of the Storm with each other. Level 13 talents out for both teams finally. Rainer's still not picked his up. We're going to get the Chain Bomb coming out of the Kael'thas though, so the old Kael'thas build coming out of Miyagas. Maybe he's not read the patch notes.
Maybe not. Maybe he's just come home and thrown down without having a read there. Raynor has picked up that Giant Killer, obviously looking to go for some more teamfight brawls. Raynor, an interesting pick. It wasn't that long ago that Raynor was considered near the bottom, and now we're seeing a lot of him played. I
mean, on Hot Slogs in the Master and Diamond tier, he's currently the top ranged assassin. And a huge teamfight coming here. Kael'thas with those Chain Bomb doing a lot of damage. We're going to get Malfurion as the first death, but Muradin and Vala both going to get picked up in response. So currently a 1 for 2 here in favour of Big Boi Tingz. Illidan Metamorphosis coming out, trying to keep Venom alive. But the Uther's going to drop to a 3-man body block between the Raynor, the Arthas, and the Johanna. However, hand Venom a mop. It is Illidan cleanup time. He is going to pick up the Arthas and the Raynor, and then follow up with the Kael'thas. And the Oryx is going to come, going to pick up the Johanna off the back. And that is going to end up being a 3 for 5 in the favour.
It's the problem when you've got a team fight and an Illidan can get stuck in there. If that team fight just keeps on going, that Illidan just gets stronger and stronger throughout the team fight. Everyone else is getting beaten down slowly but surely. And once those tanks are out of the way, he's quite happy to clean up those back lines.
The Uther Divine Shield is just so strong with an Illidan composition.
It is,
Couple that
yeah.
With two frontline heavy base warriors and big tanks in the form of the Muradin and the Oryx to soak and try and distract and stun and slow and steal health and just do what they need to do to let the Illidan roam through. And in that regard, we don't actually have that much lockdown here for the team of Big Boi Tingz. I mean, the Arthas route, fantastic and can do, but it's hard to land on the Illidan, who's jumping and flipping and diving and sliding around all over the place.
In a way, it feels very much like they're trying to get a lucky gravity lapse. We're back into another team fight. Is this going to be a brawl, or no? Forehead are going to back out of this one.
Phoenix goes down, zoning Phoenix, but that does mean that that cover damage isn't there for the next fight over this tribute, which has spawned in almost the worst place for Big Boi Tingz at this point. Fantastic condemn coming out from Johanna here though, but a huge March of the Black King coming out and doing a lot of damage to the Kael'thas and to the Arthas, who's going to get picked up here, who's constantly trying to eat all these little zombies to stay alive, not able to do it. The Malfurion's going to get picked up by the Illidan, who did get Divine Shield in this fight. Johanna's going to get picked up. Kael'thas is going to get slowed and picked up as well, and that is a 4 for nothing. Big living bomb damage though coming out from the Kael'thas. And the Rainer may even get caught out here. Noisy on that Vala going to get killed by the tower.
A little bit too greedy there.
His Illidan as well. But this does mean that with the Uther still alive, able to heal up his teammates, they may risk taking the boss. And Phenom is he's going straight for it, but no, he's going to pass up. They have a curse, they might as well push with it. They're not on enough health to do a boss. And this curse is going to cover Forehead's retreat, so that they can regroup, heal up, and potentially take their boss, which is what Konos looks like he's positioning to do.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for the safer option there. And though it was very interesting of Phenom to show himself in that top lane next to the minions, because all of Big Boi Tingz have started to rotate towards that top just in case that boss is being taken. It looks like they're actually going to start it up themselves, so it's going to be a nice boss race here. Both bosses.
I was going to say, Big Boi Tingz see that the boss isn't being taken. They're like, okay, they're all on quite low health. They've probably gone to go do their boss. We'll take ours. So they can't do it after winning another team fight, since that's all Forehead have been doing this game, winning these team fights. At level 16, we're going to get Arcane Barrier come out of Kael'thas. That's probably why I was able to survive quite long into that last team fight. Stone Skin coming out from Illidan though, so he's going to take a long time to kill.
That auto attack build from Vala, as you expected. Blood for Blood picked up as the latest.
Yeah, the Giant Killer gonna do wonders against the Johanna Arthur's combo, as it is. Gonna get the first keep picked up here for the side of Forehead.
It's those catapults are going to push into the boss.
Picked up.
Oh, yes.
Meanwhile, the boss is actually taking the keep down bottom. Almost gets it, not quite. Has Lionel Ducray on the Malfurion and the Johanna Skiba, able to fend off the attack for now.
Saving that keep for later. It'll be a nice tasty XP treat.
Boss in the top lane for the side of Big Boi Tingz has taken a fort and is marching his way down to this wall of the keep. Top lane. But we're going to have a big fight coming here over this watchtower though. Johanna's actually going to get picked up really early on there. Going to get caught out. Probably a decent condemn, but into the slows and stuns. And again, she's really suffering. Kael'thas taking a lot of damage. Vala uses Strafe to pick him up. And that is 2 down. 18 kills against 4 in favour of Team Forehead.
Not what we were expecting, but
No.
it's still interesting to see.
Yeah, definitely fantastic plays coming out of them so far. Phenom on that Illidan has been an absolute beast during these team fights as well. I wonder how high up his hero damage is. Not that high, but this could be the final push for the core. The huge metamorphosis coming out of Phenom. Now, going to land on, I think it was just 2 since Shaw was in base. But that core is falling very, very quickly.
There's the GGs, and we see a nice explosion.
And GG. Well, I have no idea what happened with the draft for us. Obviously, the teams knew what was going on. Teams knew what was going on. It's fine. So that means that Team Forehead advanced through to the semi-finals, and they shall be going up against. Let me get it here. Team YOLO McSwaggins.